Alright, hello, hello, hello. How's it going there, Citrus? How's it going there, David? How are you guys? What's going on? Alright, so back to the Career Build Series live. So I made a new save here. We gotta go through and do a bunch of stuff to set this up. Let's go ahead and fix this time. Do this for now. We'll do this for now. Alright, I gotta move around and buy all the bases that I had. It's really not that hard of a procedure to get back to where you were. Just gonna teleport around. I've got infinite resources on, so we're gonna buy up the bases that we already owned. So I don't know. Some people make a big deal out of having to start a new save. It really 5-10 minutes. The only thing it takes a little bit of time is oil drilling, and that's part of gameplay. And generally, especially with oil drilling, you'll tend to drill once and never drill again. So you might as well just you know, drill again, because that gives you an opportunity to get into that game mechanic that you usually only do about once. So you really don't see the big deal with having to start a new save. It's over there, but it showed the money sign here. So just buying all these bases that we legitimately own. And that way I don't have to fix the money later. So the money will be all set. So fishing is enabled here. That's why I started a new save, as we had to let the game update to where all the fishing stuff is. So, yeah, and they change a big mechanic like that, you are going to have to start a new save, but do not see it as a big deal. We owned here. We owned Draymore. I think that was about it. Even if we own more than that, we'll stick with this. That will give us all we need. All right, and then we'll start drilling. That won't take long. And we'll get that oil going up. There's helicopter there. All right, good. Let's go ahead and we'll head down, and I think we'll drill. See if this drilling rig needs anything done to it. I don't think it does. Drilling rig works pretty well. I do want to update the fractioning system in the refinery, so we will work on that at some point. Alright, so this is from the drilling tutorial series, and that's on the workshop if you want to download that. Alright, we'll get moving here. See where we're aligned there a little bit more. Okay, I have game volume down. That would be why I didn't hear it detach. Okay, good. Go up with that. Actually, we don't really care about this first one anyway. Yeah, let's read some of this chat here. Red Bull soapbox race, yeah, interesting. That would be interesting, yeah. That is an interesting idea, though. How's it going there, Rasmus? Good to see you, Rasmus. Put up soot here, see who's with me. Hoping I get some more days without the air conditioner, but I had a couple days it was nice, but now it's a little bit too warm for that. So you get like 2 days the window's open, and the rest is either too cold or air conditioner. All right, so let's see. Currently have turn off infinite resources. There. So it's about 325. I think we should have more money than that, but that'll give us a little bit of a financial pressure. Should let us get some of the things out, like the new fishing boat and stuff like that. We can do some fishing for money. How's it going there, Alistair? How are you? Yeah, it's not super duper hot, but it was like, I usually keep the house like 68 degrees, and it was like 72, and so I was sitting here warm, and I'm like, I'd rather not be miserable. Alright, so we'll just drill these in, get this going. Probably take a little bit of a diversion and go through and, shit, the new world doesn't have the new custom save. My new custom save does not have the oil rig, but I can do some. The edits that I want to do are pretty small anyway. So I want to do some small edits to the distillation system. So guys, if you see the update, just let me know. I've yet to see it pop up. Oh, 68 Celsius would be abysmal. I'd say Fahrenheit. 68 Kelvin would be also miserable. Kelvin is what we should be in, but they don't let the scientists pick their stuff we should be doing. I want Kelvin. 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 The numbers would be too big, people would cry. Let's see. Let us see what current is in Kelvin. Let us see. We have, it's about 72, so 295 Kelvin. I vote for Kelvin personally. A world where 0 was 0. Hello there, Paul. Yeah, we're all in the warm. It's all warm everywhere, it seems. I was talking to one of my friends yesterday about, you know, I had to take some meteorology courses for my degree, and you know, especially the west coast of the U.S. tends to be reasonably cool, and part of the reason is all the wind blows in off the Pacific, and the Pacific is like 48 degrees right now, 50 degrees, and our water in the East Coast is also about 50 degrees, but the wind tends to come in from the west for us, so we you know, we don't get that wind blowing off the ocean. When the wind does blow off the ocean, the temperature drops, of course, because you know, it's a big heat sink out there. We're here drilling, but it's still going down. All right, so let's see. We'll keep this going. We got, I don't know how many rods we have in here so far. I should put a read on this, but I have not. I've never drilled out in the ocean either. That would be fun sometime to do. So about 20 meters in there. I think 60 is when we hit on this well, so usually it takes about, I think, 8 rods to do it. So. Why is Kelvin superior? Yeah, like I said, it's measured from absolute zero. So 0 is 0. You know, it's not really usable. You know, it's like I said, today 72 degrees Fahrenheit would be 295. Like if you went down to 30 degrees Fahrenheit, you're at 272. So the problem is the number's so big, the swing is, you know, the swing's kind of tough to kind of conceptualize. Where Celsius is definitely better for like human use, where it's like zeros freeze, you know. Hundreds boil. Makes sense. Foot gross. No, it's not making the drill sound, but I don't really care. It's working. 26 metas, so about halfway there. Living on a prayer. Really does not take long to set up a new world. You know, it's pretty damn quick and easy. And blue pickup truck. I assume he's on the way here somewhere. So we got an hour left for that, so we should be able to do this one. Take one of the vehicles from the challenge out. Check on that, see which one will be best for that. Generally, you don't have to tow that pickup truck, so that's not something we have to worry about. Discord, you gonna grind to a halt? There you go. So I already used citruses. I've got to use the Volvo, the shifter, and Alistair's bug. Alright, almost there. How many rods do we have left? 3. I think we have 1 usually spare rod, so spare the rods, and then we'll start getting the fractioning going. That will keep us in fuel because none of our bases are going to have fuel, so we need to get that going. At least to try to get a little bit of sip of fuel so we can start moving again. But I don't know. I think, you know, a lot of games do wipes. I think, you know, some of the people freak out about new saves. I kind of consider almost like a wipe. Like, I'm not starting over again. That would be, like, you know, it's too tough for me to redo vehicle or, like, I was considering it where, you know, I don't think the money would be that hard to make, but I have to make a lot of money to run some of the stuff I want. And I was like, oh, I'll start over and we'll make a small fishing boat. But it's like, you know, I'll start over at a different period when I'm not going to do it now. Yeah, because Tethys, I want to get back to Tethys, I want to do some of that stuff, so that takes a while to get the money up to be able to do that sort of stuff, so don't want to start over. Waiting for the update. Did they put last week's? They did finally put last week's in the announcement. Never know where it's going to come. Is it going to come on the announcement channel on the Discord, or is it going to be on Steam? Never know, never know, never know. Get the next road. I don't know why it does that. It's got to be something I screw up in the logic that pushes out. Alright, see if we can see this truck. Blue, pick you up. There he is! Let's get this next rod in. I think we'll go do that rescue. Probably take Alistair's bug. Alistair, do you have a fire extinguisher in that bug, or shall I bring one with? Bring one with me anyway, I guess. I think we're going to try to hit oil first. Ooh, look at that. I didn't expect that. House of the Dragon Season 2, June 16th. I've been wondering when that was going to be coming. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. There you go. I think the oil drilling was a good addition to the game. You know, I think it took a little bit too long for the clear oil button to come in, but you know, that could have been done a little bit quicker. I think game's in a pretty good state. Like, there are a couple of people complaining on Steam that game's in a horrible state and game's never been in a poor state. I disagree. It's like, I think a lot of it still is people blaming their own build errors on the game sometimes, you know. Alright, let's see. I think this one should probably be the last rod that needs to actually go in, and usually there's one spare, I think, on this one. 46. About 15 left. That looks about right. Might need to put in the last one. Bill Jones, Kelvin, yeah. Let's see. Update out yet? Not there. You do have fire extinguisher in there? Good. Alright, I'm gonna start the... actually, I want to wait for this next rod. We'll stick the fracturing tower on before I do that. I'm gonna have to make a contract for all my mine workers here to keep them off break. keep stealing ore, too, out of the back of stuff. Thieves. Thieves. $2,000 an hour. Indeed. Let's check out Steam DB while we're waiting. Yep, concurrent players has been up over 2,000 a day, so good, especially good for midweek too. So, you know, we'll look at that chart real quick. Again, it's pretty much a stable chart. You know, people were reading into it, I think, what they wanted when they said, "Oh, the game's dying. Look at it going down. Look at it going down." It's like they don't know how to read a chart. It's like you look right there, and like I've said before, it's every April goes down into May, and then it comes up into June. You know, we've got these quarterly release schedules on majors. You get a major, you get a bump in traffic. Pretty normal. You know, it's like Escape from Tarkov peters off until there's a wipe. The wipe, a lot of people come back, they play for a little while, and then they move on to other stuff for a little bit. And then new wipe, oh my god, look at all the people come back. It's pretty common that, you know, when new stuff comes out, people want to try out the new stuff, they use it for a little while, they get tired of it, and they go play something else for a little bit, and then they come back refreshed, you know. That's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to step away from something and come back and appreciate it. You know, you can get burned out by doing something too much, you know. It's like I didn't even know what I wanted to play, you know, how much, I didn't know what I wanted to do today in game. I was like, I'll bring the career build series back, we'll do some missions, you know. I've been building like crazy. I really didn't want to work on like the little minutia of doing dashes and panels and stuff like that. Wasn't really feeling doing that. And so, you know, go do some missions. You know, I haven't been feeling missions for a while. So, you know, it's kind of nice to get a break from this and that. You know, so there's some more commentary, people lamenting that the game moved away from its origins of search and rescue, but it's like, you know, I would not be playing as much as I do if I couldn't do all the other things. And I think it's definitely a good thing to diversify gameplay. Makes it a lot more fun. Okay, we are going to need this last rod here. Let's go in. Let's go rotate. Let's go up, 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 up. Bop, 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 bop. Okay, you got it all. Yeah. Right there. Hey, there we are. I can't get a good picture of this. I always try to get one when it spouts for use in tutorials and whatnot, and I never get a good one. Ah, I'm being covered. Being covered by black gold Texas tea. Don't care to be covered by hydrocarbons. Alright, good. So we'll just drill down all the way, and then we can get moving on putting the refinery on here, make a couple quick edits to the refinery, and then we should be ready to go. Oh my god, look at that cloud grow. I was in the jump seat on a JetBlue A320, and I was going to work, and there were 4 of us in the cockpit, and so we're going to work, and we were coming up to these thunderstorms, and I've never seen a cumulonimbus grow so fast. That's what it looked like coming at us. It was like just growing and growing and growing like that fast. It was like, we were like, what the fuck is that? Pretty bad when you have 4 commercial pilots. What is that? It's just growing super fast. Those are the ones you gotta watch out for. That's got a lot of energy if it's making a cloud grow that fast. Lots of energy. How's it going there, CG? It is, yep. Yeah, like CG's comment, I actually posted this yesterday in a response. So he goes, do people realize that if the game didn't start moving away from search and rescue, then it wouldn't have the player base it has now? That's kind of my point as well, is it's like, you know, this is already a very niche game. You know, it's a really complex engineering game where you might spend hundreds of hours on one build. And so that's very niche already. And so it has a small player base. And so a small number of people who will buy the game. And then if you focus it too specifically on one thing, you further reduce that player base. So, you know, initially it was search and rescue. Well, by expanding that, you have people who might have no interest in doing search and rescue missions, but they love trains. And so then you add trains to the game. Well, now you get all the people who love building model trains and who are train watchers and love trains who come in and they build trains. And then you have people who like to do construction stuff and mining stuff, and ooh, you put that in, then they get drawn into the game. And then you get people like me who like to do, you know, all this stuff, and it's, oh, I get bored of search and rescue, I can do something else. Where if I got bored of search and rescue and it was just search and rescue, I would go play something else and maybe not come back, and that's the problem, you know. And so I think those people are kind of silly when they want to gatekeep to that. It's very much this gatekeeping nonsense that I think is pretty silly. It's like, you know, nobody took search and rescue a game. I think it would certainly be wrong if the devs were to take away search and rescue, but there's no, you know, that's not what they're doing, and they act as though they've taken it away. They haven't. They've just added other stuff, you know. Adding something else does not take away from your stuff, you know. Unless they physically, like, remove the search and rescue element, they haven't, you know, they haven't taken it away. Let's see. Let's see. This is probably it here. That's January 30th. That looks like it there. Yeah, that's it there. All right, so I think, what did I want to do here? I want to get the pumping volume increased here. So what we'll do... wonder if I could just add more nozzles. That's kind of a thought. Check the pumping sit here. So I want to blow air with it, so that should be blowing air with it already. So there's jet going there. That is diesel. Diesel, yep. So it is putting air with it, which is faster. And then we have a fluid port limitation. So I think let's do that for now. See how that functions. Do that. I think that's really all I want to do. Why is this? Nope, this one's behind. Doesn't have the bypass. Shit. Where is that? Nope. Did I not update it? Balls if I didn't update it. I guess I didn't update it. I don't have the bypass on there. Shit. How did I not save that? Did I not do a tutorial on that? That's weird. I thought I did a tutorial. Let me look. I might have named it something funky and weird. I'm pretty sure that I had updated that with a bypass for reheating. Oh wow. It's probably in the other game file and I just didn't save it, so I can go get it, but I'll put this one on there for now if I can't find it. This is March. Sometimes I name things funky things. All right, here. Pumping rig. That's the most recent one. All right. That one has the bypass. Okay, good. That is goob. All right. Up. Gimme. Alright, so triple those up, make it a little... If I want to increase the speed of pumping, I can do that. I'm trying to think. I think if I even care to do that. I don't know, man. Probably not, actually. I think that's fine the way it is. Yeah, let's just stick with this for now. As long as it's blowing air, we should be good. I think I could focus on the truck. What is that? That is oil. Okay, that's oil. That's fine. Let me try getting rid of this, see what that does for my oil business here. And then there was one thing I wanted to add on this. I wanted to add a one-way flow valve on this. This should act as a one-way flow valve, but it doesn't always, so you can force it through that valve. So let's do this. That will prevent this from happening. That prevents that, and then that's... I don't mind putting gases through. We'll run gases through this, see if it has any problems. If I need to, I'll put it back on. I think that should be good. Let's save this. Now what are we talking here? 515. Alright, there we go. Hiya! Jump up there, sucker. Jump up there, sucker. Alright, so that will go. Make sure this is going well. Yeah, it's, that's part of the problem too. Is there's benefits and there's drawbacks of having too diverse of a player base too. Is it's like people are there for different reasons. You did get a big influx of people who watch certain, content that like to just download from the workshop and go play. And so of course for them, the vehicles are pre-built for them. It's as though the vehicles are already in game. They want more quote-unquote gameplay, and they want the story to be made for them. The problem is that's not what the game is intended to be. The game is intended to be a building game. They skip that part of the game. Now, while that's fine, it's not fine for them to then expect the game to change for them. And, we can tell what the game is supposed to be by where the devs take it, it's like people are like, it's supposed to be a search and rescue game. Well, no, it isn't. If the people who invented the game and make the game want it to go over here, well, that's where it's supposed to go. They're making it go where they want it to go. You know, I very rarely get bored of this game. Like, I was struggling a little bit to figure out what I wanted to do at the beginning of today. I'm like, you know, I don't want to do any of the dash work. I don't want to do the interior workings of any of my mining builds. They all work. They can all mine, so we can do mining. But I don't want to do that minutia on screen because it's just me pretty much, like, playing with panels the whole day. And I'd rather, like, put some music in the background or a video and just, like, hammer through that at night, one night, you know? And I'm trying to think of new vehicles I want. I'm kind of in a drought of what new vehicles I want. The big man car came together very quickly, so I don't have much work to do on that. It's mostly decorating work on the race version and rip some seats out. That's about it on that. So it's like, oh, well, I'll go do some missions. You know, I need to do the new world for a career build series, you know, and that will inspire me, you know, and it's, you know, a little bit of diversity in gameplay is always good. You know, I like the rescue elements. I think they're fun, but it's again, I think it would be too limited. And again, it's not smart business. That's the other thing too. Is, you know, some of those people forget that it's a business, and you know, with it being a business, you know, they need to worry consistently about making sure they can stay in business, and that's good for all of us. You know, if the game runs out of money, they stop developing the game. We stop getting, you know, bi-weekly updates, which a lot of them are fixes at this point. We stop getting, you know, quarterly major updates. You know, we stop all that. The game just stops and is frozen. You know, and you know, and they, you know, and that's not good. And they have to move on to something else, another project. You know, I would rather them stay with this project. And so it's like when people complain about the DLCs, why it annoys me is it's like, this is how you keep, you know, the game alive. The player base is still not huge for this type of game, so you need to go back and ask for DLC, you know. Every once in a while. You know, we're not getting one this year. I would like to see one next year. I think that's reasonable. I think it was a reasonable thought they had where, hey, you know, I think they fully acknowledged they screwed up with releasing the space DLC and the pressurization major update in a broken state. And they've spent the rest of the time since doing a lot of bug fixes. They've kind of lived up to their commitment of saying that they're going to release smaller, more complete, less buggy updates. They have, like fishing. I don't see any bugs with fishing. If there are any, they're very minor. Like when you put a lot of fish in the net, you might get one that jiggles around a little bit. But it's just this little graphical thing. Which I don't think is a big deal. You know, I think they did a really good job on that. Like, let's talk about it for a minute. Let's go through, like, a lot of, again, there's a thing in politics especially, they say, what have you done for me lately? Where if you haven't done something for the constituency lately, they think you've done nothing, which is not really valid. Like, let's go through some cool updates here. Like, let's go through each one real quick. I gotta wait for this to start fraction anyway. So here's the fishing. Highly sought after. That's been released. There's an announcement for it, so nothing. Ooh, nice picture there. Go the week before. Again, you know, they committed to the majority of their time is going to be bug fixes. Bug fixes. All right, there's an announcement for the fishing there. And, oh, look, the week before, bug fixes. Again, it's announcement and update. There's the bug fix. All right, there's an announcement. Feature. Bug fixes. All right. Announcement. Hotfix. Hotfix. All right, they broke a couple things, right? They broke them in, I believe, this update here. Wednesday, March 13th, the 14th, and the 17th, they had fixes out for them. So I think that's pretty reasonable and responsive. Fixes. Lots of fixes. Like, you'll literally see people in the comments being like, when are they going to focus on fixes? Dude, like, you're literally, all you have to do is scroll down. You can see what they're doing. Oh, look at that. Look at that lovely car. Announcement. Fixes. Okay. And I'm trying to see some of the, they reworked the orientation of the editor, which I think was a good thing. Fixes. Features, map icon block. I would say that's more of a fix than a feature. When they changed the way that the vehicles worked in the sub-bodies, they did that for space because you'd be able to get more than 2 kilometers away from, say, you know, the parts of your ship pretty easily. They changed it so each one acts as its own vehicle, so that they don't just disappear. And so that was leaving a bunch of steering wheels all over the map. And so the map icon block now lets you make it so that there's only one of those. So that was, I would count that as a fix, but I think it was something people had been asking for. They were annoyed with all the steering wheels. They put something out to fix it. Announcement. Oh, look at this. Hot fixes. All right. Fishing rod major update. Again, fishing's what people asked for. We got it. All right, announcements. Lots of fixes there. Feature, added space and train tags. It's kind of minor there. Fixes. Rope pulley update. You know, a lot of us have been asking for pulleys for a long time, and we got them. So that was a feature people have been asking for quite a while. Rope pulley block. So people have been asking that for quite a while. Remember, the week before that, we got the variable ship pitch propeller. A lot of us have been asking for that for quite a while. We got that. So, you know, we're getting these regular free updates. Ooh, look at that nice picture. Announcement. Small update. Looks like a hot fix. There. Bunch of fixes. End effector now cut ropes. So that was the rope detach. People, you know, a bunch of people have been asking for that. The ability to cut the ropes, essentially. That's there. They did some balancing work, some fixes there. Let's see. Bunch of fixes there. Rope release update. So that was the detached one right here. Bunch of fixes, hot fixes. These are coming into November. This is all hot fixes. You know, again, people will still try to pretend that they weren't on the ball trying to fix the issues with pressurization space. Like, literally, they didn't take a day off. You could see we were getting daily updates, even on the weekends, from this stuff. You know, daily updates from fixing it, and they were acknowledging that there were issues. And look, hot fixes, hot fixes, hot fixes. You know, we all agree they shouldn't have come out in that state, but they spent the time, they did the right thing, and they went and they pretty much worked nonstop to fix the issues, and they got them fixed. Yeah. Ooh, look at this nice picture. But let's see. There are a bunch of cool updates that I think people forget that I kind of want to go through real fast. Ooh, look at this nice picture. You know, keep going by fixes. Every 2 weeks we get fixes, announcements in between there. Trying to see some of these features they added that I think were cool. There's Gila Monster. People cried about that. Gila Monster and Tauruses. People were crying about that because they weren't doing other things they wanted. Trying to find, like, upcoming studio plans. Like, when people say they should come out with a roadmap. Here it is. Go read. Predators on the Industrial Frontier. Again, people gave them a bunch of shit for that. I don't think the shit was merited. I think, you know, of course, I understand other things could have been done, but oil disaster major update. Let's see. There's the animals people cried about nonstop. Here's oil spills, which I still think is a cool idea. It's just not something I use much, but I do think it is a cool idea. Merch, which people have been asking for. They gave everybody that. Like, I'm looking for the gyro update for the stuff. That was a really cool one. Like, you know, it doesn't take that much effort to just go through here and kind of see, like, how the game has improved. And it's when I, like, people are like, the game's in its worst state ever. It's like a bunch of bullshit as far as I'm concerned. But, again, that's personal opinion, but I just don't see it, you know. I see that we've got a lot of things we've asked for over the time. You know, not everything, of course, but got quite a bit. And they are making steady progress, adding things to the game and improving things that were there. We can see on a weekly basis or bi-weekly basis, like, the number of fixes, you know. So I think the screed when people say, like, oh, they need to fix the game, is like, they are, you know. Again, it never happens as fast as you'd like because it's not magic. It's actually, you have to do the work. You know, it's like, you can see it. It's not like magic. It's not hidden. It's all there. Let's see. New sound effects audio updates. I'm trying to find the gyros, but I won't sit there for too long doing it. But, you know, we've got a bunch of cool stuff here. And, I look at the parts we have now that we didn't have before, and I'm happy with it, you know. Definitely got some cool stuff, and it adds to gameplay and gives us some new stuff. At the end of the day, in a sandbox, you are the one that should be creating your fun. You know? Oh my god, look, fraction doesn't work, people. Fraction doesn't work. You need 28 furnaces. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, looks like it's working fine with me. Alright, good. So we're pumping. Let's go check the mission real quick here. We still got 59 minutes. Alright, let's teleport. And then we'll take Alistair's car. I just teleported mostly to make sure that we... teleported mostly to make sure that we were all set to go. Alright, let's go ahead and load up Alistair's. Did I think I did. Shit on a shingle. I did do it. I went through my subscriptions knowing that I was going to be running Alistair's car, and I accidentally unsubscribed from it. I will resubscribe. Let's see. I was unsubscribing from things I didn't need anymore, and then I was like, oh crap, I need that one. Let's go to Alistair's workshop here. We'll aggrandize Alistair by showing him on screen here. There's the Skylark. Oh my god, I don't look long at that. Workshop items. There's the Rio. Look at this thing. This is the reverse Monster 5000. Alright, subscribe to the Rio there. So, Alistair won the community favorite for the build challenge. Was it Kilo? Name escapes me. I believe it was Kilo. Hey, there it is. Let's make sure it's sitting on the ground. I don't know why everybody leaves their builds up. Put them down. Put them down. Very nice looking vehicle. I think I like it. See if I can pull it. Let me check all the trunk and hood. He had said he'd fix those, and the one I ended up using, they were not working. Let's see, what do we got here? What is up? I have to go read the workshop page. Maybe I will. Alright, let's look at the workshop page. What is all this? Look at all these missing links. Oh my god. Points off. Why isn't anything working? Read the manual flip breaker in the back of the seat. Yep, I remember that now. I remember there was the... Ow! Getting crushed. Remember the flip breaker. I remember it now. Alright, so there we go. We got our nice hood here. Where we have the trunkage. So we'll put our bag and whatnots in there. And then, of course, we got our nice little engine in the back there. Very cool. Alright. Excellent. I do like these painted door panels. Look really good. Got little pedals that move there. Clutch. I wish they would do a window pass. The frosted glass is obnoxious. I wish they would do that so we can just I wish they would do something with the frosted glass, the devs, by giving us just new window pieces. That's a artifact of XML, is the glass will look frosted. Do like all the paint. Oh my god, paint block work. English, me, speak. Like the sun visors there. We got this dong hanging off the ceiling here, blocking all my visibility. Watch, this guy is completely cooked by the time we get there. Oh yeah, their files are on the computer, yeah. It's interesting. That makes sense. That's good to know. Maybe put them... I was thinking maybe I'll update some of my pictures on the artwork tabs on Steam, then they're at least hosted locally, I think. Oh my god, look at that. There's a my god, English language, me speak. There's a guy dead near where we just were that we were ignoring as we were doing good commerce. They love to stand right next to fire. I might have to throw his ass in the back, I think. Extinguish all fires, I think I will. Alright, where is this fabled fire extinguisher here? Not in the engine bay, I would say. Right there. Bang! Where the hell did I go? There we go. There's 2 of these Johns. Oh, stop. Perfectly healthy here. I'm not on fire at all. There we go. Okay, grab Ding Dong Magoo here. Hi, and ya. Hi, and ya. Hiya, hiya, hiya. Okay, come on, jump, you scumbag. I cannot get out now. Here we go. All right. I don't know if I'm able to get the scum in here. I assume the back window is XML'd. We're going to use every ounce of ingenuity we have to get this bad Johnson in here. Look at that. Look at that. Gift. We have a gift for this. All right. No what? What do you mean no? No, don't, sir. Don't take me. Oh, stop. That's all right. I should be able to grab you from there. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, he's deceased. He's deceased already. All right, whatever. We don't care. If you're deceased, you can stay in the road. Do like the folding seat as well. That's cool. Leave a carcass back there. He's in here. I guess I dropped his carcass. They're both dead. I should just leave. Let me check. He is deceased. Ah, did it again. They're both deceased. Deceased. Are you also deceased, sir? Oh, then I don't care about it, either of you people. Valhalla with you, sir. Valhalla. All right, good. What just happened? I guess I should be paying attention here. All right, there we go. There's a picture for Alistair in his car. Smashed up against the boat with a dead Johnny in the back. There, you can put this on the workshop page there to replace all the photos you have that don't work. There we go. The vehicular homicide, 4,000. Let's get out of here, stat, before we go to the old slammer. I blame the car mostly for all that. Go check up on this bad John. Oh, no! Oh, I thought I was going to be able to do a sliding turn. Cannot. There we go. I forgot I can't lean peek. Like, oh, lean peek. Yeah. Alright, good. We're making good diesel. Good diesel here. Shit, I still don't have a hose there. Alright. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Well, we would have been able to rescue people if they were not already deceased, but they are deceased, so. Let's do you, sucker. Catch up with chat in a second, guys, here. We'll put it on cruise control. Hopefully don't bash into anything else. Yep. If the road map was in PowerPoint, it's invalid indeed. Hello there, Arnav. How are you? Hello, hello. Where am I at here? There we go. Alistair, you can't cool anything. How's this cooled? This is magic. Oh no! A little bit of bash up on there. A buff right out. Buff right out. Volkswagen. I do like the brake pedals and the clutch and the brake. Clutch and the brake and the accelerator. I do like that. See the pedals moving there. Very good, very good. We blame the any issues on my driving. Right, good. Let's go ahead and we will grab. Go to the top, please. Thank you. Go to the top, please. Go to the top, please. Don't make me scroll wheel the whole way, please. Just go to the top, go to the top, go to the top. Where's my spawner in there? Let's pull that to Zera. Okay, go and get some fuel. Probably use some fenders over the rear wheels. Yeah, I think I'm going to switch this over to the engine-driven pneumatic pump for the brakes. I don't mind I like the pump noise on the train. I don't really want it on this in the truck. It's sitting right under me. It's a little bit close. Do we have an update yet? Do we have an update yet? Oh, coming up in the location of Death, Destruction, Massacre. You don't need to see our handiwork. We don't need to see our handiwork over there. Do not look. You gotta remember, refraction doesn't work either. So. Alright, so we need to go into neutral, which we are. We want to rev up. That's how the pump works, the PTO pump. Beauteous. Hose there. Alright, we want to go. I didn't label these yet. I'm trying to remember how these go. I think this is in. There's nothing in here, so it'll either fill or it won't. So take diesel. Diesel. Now the other thing too is with the so because this has an impeller pump, we do not need to use the truck if we didn't want to. So what I could do is I could shut the truck off, and because the impellers leak, and this is, again, there are benefits with the impellers leaking. I think they should make an impeller that doesn't leak for hydraulics and pneumatics. I'll make that video asking the devs to do hydraulics and pneumatics at some point. But I could just open the valves and let the pump push it through the impeller if I wanted, or we can use the impeller to help make sure it flows. So, you know, or if you're in a situation where the vehicle has no pump, for example, like if this didn't have a pump but just had a valve, we could still pump out. So, but mission cooling impossible indeed. I think I'll take a quick coffee here while this loads. Nice. All right. Let's let this load. Let me get a quick picture. Photografia. Go. All right. And I'll be right back. It's on pause, so be right back. We'll let that fill. Get some coffee. Right, I am back. I like David's comments about Reddit and cooling. Yep. Again, I don't get the assumption that something's impossible just because you can't do it. It's like, first of all, look around, see if other people are doing it. If other people are doing it, you're like, ah, it's something I'm doing, you know? And then you can actually figure out what's wrong with it, which is, I think, is a cool thing. All right, so we need to, so kind of this is kind of like early game type of stuff here we're having to do because, you know, new save. So, for example, like, we're not going to have much, if any, diesel, so kind of have to pull some here. That's why I kind of did in this order. You know, I went, started the new save, bought all the places we should own, and then we're grabbing some diesel, and that should help get us going here financially. You know, we need that diesel. You know, it's the new player career build series kind of goes through this of like, you really, right off the bat, you need to be thinking fuel. And then once you've got a steady supply of fuel, you're good to go. You know, and like these do not cost much. I forget what this costs. This might cost 35 to 45 grand. It's really not a lot. And so, and you, again, you don't keep the drilling rig up. That's why I have them separate, is all the parts for the drilling rig are not part of this. So you don't have to worry about it. It's not like it's, you know, you don't have to keep, like, you're not putting out that money for the drilling parts and keeping it out there. You put it back in the workbench, you get the money back. So you just have the parts you need. And I do like the PID-controlled pump that only goes as fast as it needs to. So, not that it's actually wasteful, but kind of, again, cool tech to put in there. I always wait till this is out of diesel, and then we're good to go for, we're going to head back. And we'll go do some missions. Yeah, like, I know my car for Big Man's Challenge goes 25 RPS. I think Alistair said his goes 25 RPS. No problem cooling it. Yeah, like Duke Uzi's talking about, has a bunch of vehicles at 25 and they'll run out of fuel before they overheat. Same thing with mine. I just made one that's 25 and you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I pretty much use jet engines for the purpose of jet engines, turboprops or turbines. I don't use them in anything else. I use, the stuff it needs, but like transmissions is tough. That's not a sentence. Transmissions are difficult. That's why one of my most popular tutorials was gearing and the transmission tutorial, because it's the area people struggle with, and they're not that difficult once you know how to do it, but you gotta kind of know how to do it. And there's a reason why every car pretty much uses a transmission, is because you would need an insanely large engine if you didn't. And once you kind of know how to build a transmission, you can get that RPS down. You're using the mechanical advantage for your car, and so you can get that RPS down. And once you've done that, you're doing well. Boats and planes can be some of the hardest things to cool, just because you're constantly at a pinned throttle, and constantly being pinned is going to, of course, make it so that you're gonna potentially overheat. And so there are other ways to fix those too. Like most of my airplanes that are diesel, they're geared up to 9-to-1 gear ratios. You look, some people are trying to run them with no gearing, then they say it sounds like a weed whacker. If anything you make sounds like a weed whacker, you are running at way too high of an RPS. Alright, so we'll let this is going to keep popping up anyway, so we're going to go and we'll grab this off, and that should be enough diesel to start us and get it going. I kind of... What the fuck's the door doing? What's the door doing? What the hell is the door doing? I wonder if that got set up backwards when I changed the build. I wonder if I screwed up the door. I don't think so, but maybe I did. I don't know. So we'll head back with this. This is certainly not enough diesel for something like Tethys, but I kind of like that. I kind of like the restarting thing where we have to, we have concerns again. We have money concerns a little bit. We still have a good cushion, but we also have concerns about diesel, for example. We don't have a ton of diesel, so, it kind of informs what we can and can't do. One thought I had is retrofitting the small fishing boat to do net fishing. I think we might work on that next, because we have a good supply of money, but we do not have a ton of diesel. So again, kind of use the constraints of the world. That's the cool thing with real engineering, is you have constraints in the world that you have problems created by those constraints in the world, and so you need to come up with engineering solutions. So running the big beam trawler needs 23,000 liters of diesel. I've got 1,700 on board, and I've got probably another 1,000 in the tanks here, and probably another 5 in the base. So you're probably talking, we got 3,000 liters of diesel, so we could go out in the beam trawler and do it for a little while. Or I could take that small boat out, put a small net on it, and we could go fish like that for a little while too, and that's a new game mechanic I'm thrilled with. I'm really happy with what they've done with fishing. They said that we've got one more coming. I think it's probably pots. Long lines would be cool too. I'd be happy with long lines. Let's actually... put a backup alarm on this at some point. This has the 18-speed transmission in it. It doesn't really need an 18-speed transmission, but it's in there. Probably could use a 10, but whatever. Let's go ahead and we'll pump this out. Make sure I did the right valves. Okay. Can despawn these as well, but you know, I'm just gonna pump it out. Yeah, that's the big thing too. Is once you lift off the accelerator in a car, it's gonna lose temp pretty fast. You know, and that's why like boats and planes are a little bit more challenging. Again, but that's, you know, if you're a builder and you like to build, that is the challenge. Overcoming the challenge is what I find to be rewarding. You know, and it's I've got plenty of planes that don't overheat, that have really good performance, and it takes time. And that's the thing, is you get better, and like your planes get better over time, and that's the rewarding thing about it. If on day one you made something perfect, it would be boring as shit, frankly. Let's go look at that boat. All right, so here's the fishing boat that I made before. So we could retro this for a net. Let's see what's in here first. Trying to see what the cap is on this. That all I'm running for storage? I think it is. Just the 3 there, yeah. Let's see. I might cheat some fuel in because, again, I did have that save before that had a lot of fuel, and that's what I want to do here. So that's not a huge amount of fish. Let's see. It's not terrible. Like, if we could fill it, that's 8,000. Let's run this real quick and see what the, I forget how fast this goes. Oh, devil. Break my ankle. Probably have a master breaker somewhere if I can remember. Not there. Let's see. What do I need here? There we go. Okay. Twin screw. So this does 14 knots. This is doing about the same as the other one. So the only real benefit with this boat is that it is going to be a lot cheaper on fuel. So I'm trying to say what I want to do here. Let's see what the big fishing boat. I might cheat the fuel for the first run, seeing that, again, I did have a ton of fuel before I did the new save, so I think that's probably what I'll end up doing here. Let's see. You've got what? So this one is 206,000. We have like 305, so we get plenty. Let's do that. Let me double check this. I want to check the nets really quick. These have been coming out kind of crooked, so this one we want to go. Okay. I knew I had some issues with some of these fins, so let's fix these fins. All right, there we go. These were being crooked. So I want to check that. We'll do that. That's a down. Okay, that's good. Down and to the left. That's good. This should be up and to the... Let me double check it. Yep. Yep, up and to the left. That is correct. You are up and to the... This one's backwards here. Okay. Up and to the right. That will do it, pig. That will do, pig. Pretty much the same as my tutorial, just a little bit of change here. These are, yeah, I screwed these up and then duplicated them. So this one we want to go to the left here. So that one should be, that one's right. That one's correct for the left. All right, so that's up, and that is, so it should be up left. That's up left. This one should be down left. That is down, and this one needs to be fixed. Yeah, these were acting funky here, but my tutorial was right, so I redid the tutorial, so I made sure very carefully that I got the tutorial one right. And these were acting funky, and I was like, it's probably they're backwards. That one's down. That one should be to the right. That's backwards. Make sure this one's left. Left. This one's backwards. Yeah, one of the nets was acting real funky too, and the other one was alright, so this is why. Because again, I'm not feeding each of these like a signal. I'm feeding them all the same one, so they're just pre-oriented. Alright, so that's going to be right and down. This one should be right and up. Likely this one's fucked up as well. Up, and this one should be... We want solids on the left side. So the problem is I flipped these around too, and that funked them all up. Alright. So that should go to the right, and that should go up. Double check these. Up. And to the left. Left and down. Yep. Down and... Yep, to the right. Alright, good. Those look good. I'm just going to go through these real quick again. Yep. Yep, yep. Yep. Yep, yep. Yep, yep, and yep. Yep, 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 and yep. Alright, good. That's good. Alright, let's save this. So again, this is all fuel that I had drilled for before, so I might as well just take it back. Get us started here. 'Cause we had a good like 400,000 in fuel that I just abandoned when I started the new save. So did a full-on abandon it. I'll just recoup it this way. You need to turn the power on, huh? Make sure I don't get the power going here. So this would be a cool new way to earn some money. How fast should a boat go? It depends on the boat. You know, this boat goes 14 knots. The real one goes 11 knots. So this one is, you know, 40-something% faster than the real one. It kind of depends on a number of factors. You know, you got a speedboat that goes 80 knots. I make it go 80 knots, maybe a little faster, even 100. But kind of depends on what you're trying to do. You know, there are then gamification things. For example, you know, if you want to gamify things where you say, okay, well, I want to have things take me less time, you know, that's kind of a valid gamification thing where you say, okay, you know, I don't have all day, I want to be getting there faster. So, like, I don't poo-poo on people when they try to make things unrealistically fast because, you know, they might have limited game time. And so, you know, there are a bunch of people complaining about how far away the fishing stuff is. Well, make a faster boat. You know, you can make a faster boat. Nobody's holding you back on that, you know. And so it all depends on, like, what you're trying to do. Like, you know, you've got tugboats that when they're pulling a barge go 3 knots. You know, and that's pretty damn slow to be waiting around for 3 knots. You know, it's a big difference when you're getting paid to do the job and when you're doing it for your recreation time, you know. And so it's kind of up to, a lot of it's up to what you want to do, you know. If you want it ultra realistic, that's reasonable sometimes, but sometimes it's a little bit onerous to have it be ultra realistic. I did put cameras on these, but I think I need to do some stuff before I go back to cameras on there. All right, infinite resources are going to come off. We're full. We're full now, so. Yeah, and that's a trick. Like, if you want to get back to your, like, say you have to do what I just did and make a new save because of new content. People get all frustrated. Oh my God, I got to start over fresh with, you know, I've got no fuel in my bases. Sure. All you do is this. You put on infinite resources with the custom menu, right? You go in here, infinite resources. You spawn something that holds a lot of fuel, like even a static tank, and despawn it. Shut off infinite resources and spawn it back in your base, and bingo, you just put 20,000 liters of diesel in your base. Takes all of like 25 seconds, and so you can get that back if you want it, you know. Or you can do like what I'm doing is like, you know, I got robbed by a bunch of fuel because I don't save my fuel. I can't save my fuel when I make a new save, so turn on infinite resources, spawn the vehicle, the tanks are full, go do your stuff. Now, then when you feel like you're even to where you were, then you can stop doing that and start burning off fuel, you know? But yeah, it depends. Like, you know, for trolling for fish, it's different speeds as well. There are some trolling you do at 3 knots for, I think, like shrimp. Others you do at 7 knots, so. You know, pretty much I try to keep it, you know, as realistic as I can, and then I usually add about 20%. And that's for a gamification reason. You know, like, again, I'm not getting paid to do this work as a real fisherman, you know, and I want to get out there a little bit faster, you know. So I'll usually add about 20%. That makes it a little bit more usable in game. Like, 15 knots here does not feel slow to me. It's fine. You know, it's double what we'd be going when we're trolling. You know, it's not a bad speed. You know, the other thing too is, you know, I think there are benefits with having some of the slower gameplay. And for example, like if I wanted to go do some chores around the house, I can put this boat out, I can set it on autopilot, and I can go do that stuff, and it will go and do its thing while I'm doing my thing. You know, if you have something that's going 80 knots, you kind of have to sit there and play with it because you can't go AFK. You know, so sometimes the ability to go AFK is kind of nice too. Let's see. So right around here we got a hot spot for dolphin. Yeah, the reason I haven't put my nets down yet is we're only in 22 feet of water. It goes real shallow here as I cut across the bay here. So it gets real shallow. As you can see, there's no point in running my nets out right now. So that's why I haven't. Waiting for it to get deep again. See, we get an update yet? Oh, there we go. It looks like we got one. I have to go to Community Hub to get it, though, apparently. this the one? There's the one. All right, good. Let me go ahead and read this. I will record it for the video. Let me I'll kill the game sounds for a sec here. And the musica because I can't cut. I can cut those out of a recording, but we'll go ahead and let's keep that moving, and I will get that up. All right. Welcome back to Weekly Update video. This is for May 15th, 2020 for the next Developer Q&A live event. It's going to be May 30th. Runs for 2 hours. Dear Stormers, on Thursday, May 30th, we will be doing our next question and answer session where we will answer your questions live on stream. And the first screenshot is by. Saw the screenshot, and I figured that one is one that will likely get on there. Let's see. I saw this one earlier. Let's see where it went. There it is. Exit. All right. I'm going to probably cut this out of order. And the next screenshot is by. We'll have to fix this. And it's cut out of order. So some sort of shoot tank business. Shoot tank business. Up to there. It must be up there. Where is the shooty tank business? Screenshot. Shooty tank business. Where are you, shooty tank business? Look at those. Let's see what it looks like again. Through a village with tanks. Very American picture. Where are you, tanks? You must be far away. There's. Nickname. The stream will begin at 5 p.m. UTC and will be found at the top of the stormworks store page on Steam. Like last time, we will have the question submission website where players will be able to submit questions during the stream, and we will work through and answer as many as we can. And the next screenshot is by. All right, so that's cool. Getting another Q&A. They had teased that, so. Okay, what's going on here? What's going on here? You get up there, Steam. Very annoying when it does that. That Steam didn't even paste up there, Steam. Get up there, you devil. All right. I forgot what I was even looking for. It's some red shoot jet. A red shoot jet. Where are you, red shoot? Look at that nice picture there. Red shoot jet. Where are you? Looks like a 22. Jump to present. Let's see. Where did you go, shoot jet? Looks like they went deep and had a bunch of yesterday's pictures, so might have been rocking yesterday's stuff on the update. Might have written this out yesterday. So again, there's a good AFK work on that boat. That boat's heading out to the fishing grounds. Do something else. It's kind of nice. There it is. Oh, it's by... No, that's Cat. Cat's picture. Answering yawns. Okay. Cat. Okay. That's good. All right, good. Let's see. Where are we at here? Please click the set reminder button on the top right and join us for this event. Many thanks for all your feedback and support. Much love, Stormworks developers. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. All right, so I will be live streaming that one probably. We'll see. See what my schedule is, but likely that. Let's go ahead and look at the discussions. All right. So pretty quiet comments there so far. But so that's cool. Have another Q&A. That will be something to look forward to. Very nice on the 30th of May. Let's get the sounds back up and the Muska going here. All right. So we're in 254 feet of water. Let's go ahead and drop them nets. So we got to put in the lights for shooting nets. I do have cameras on there. I somehow screwed up the connections, though. It's probably electricity. I don't think I hooked the electricity up. Okay, there go the nets. I'll see you later there, Rasmus. Thanks for hanging out. We already hit that waypoint. Let's grab another one. Come on, get to the map. Here come. I think it's actually down here is where the dolphin are. You know, I think the buying information would be better if we could, like, dictate where we wanted to buy a little bit better. You know, because you might, a lot of people stay regional. Oh, look at those fantastic fishing nets. If only somebody made a tutorial on them. Oh, what's that? Zang. Shipwreck. Be kind of cool to go down the shipwrecks, look for treasure. I did put, let me see if I have the cameras in there. I do, right there, there's a camera. I just, probably forgot electricity. I'll do infinite electricity for a second, see if they pop up. Yep, we're on the dolphin hotspot now. We're close to it. What's that whitefish there? Look at that whitefish. Snagged one right there. We're gonna snag one right there. I think he's ours. Oh, might miss him. Perspective's kind of tough at this range. Oh, there we go. Got him. Zing. Should have put on my fishing clothes before I came out here. Alright, we're done shooting nets, so we want to go to trawling. Quickly check infinite electricity, see if that's the issue with the, yep, that is. So I do have cameras on the nets. As you can see. This one's funky a little bit. I can see it, but it's just shaking around. So take off infinite electricity, but that's the issue, is electricity. I probably just hook up the camera electricity. So, let's see. Trying to figure out what we needed for... There's a rough estimate, but I'm thinking like 180 fish per hour is giving us about a 20% profit margin, which is about where I would like to be. About where I'd like to be. Now, theoretically, this has a keep active on it. Well, it does have a keep active on it, but we should be able to keep this running. Like, there have been some complaints about, oh, you know, you gotta go 40 minutes to go get fish. It's like, yeah, if you have a slower boat. but also you don't have to. There are some close ones. We've got one right here. I know there's a hotspot here. There's one here. So if you spawn over here, you can get that hotspot within 5 minutes. Go out of Urine Wind, 5 minutes, you're there. You know, that now gives Urine Wind, like this didn't have much reason or use to buy the power plant as far as I consider. There's 3 large bases there. So like if you're trying to spawn large ships on this side, yeah, that's useful. But, you know, now with some of these fishing hotspots, like there's one right here for me at least, and there's a place to sell, that gives me an incentive to buy this place, to be able to go right out here and to, you know, fish there and come right in. You know, with the smaller fishing boat, I can leave from here too, though. So that gives me an incentive to use the smaller fishing boat. Come out of here and go out there. So it would be cool. Let's go ahead and let's look at Damon's website. You know, there's longline, there's pot fishers. What I'd probably build, what was wet fish trawlers? Good lord, man. What is a wet fish? I thought all fish were, by definition, wet. Let us look. So shrimp trawlers is one thing I was thinking to keep with the trawling theme here. So, let's see. 9 knots, so, you know, Duke was asking about, you know, speed. I tend to go off this and go 20%. You know, so, another 2 knots on that. So, we'll say, 2 knots? Yeah, but another 2 knots, let's say. So, 11 knots would be 20% on top of this. So, I'd probably go to 15 knots on this again, something like that. But let's do specifications. 26 meters overall. I forget what the small base is. Let's go on. I'll go quickly look at the... if you look at the Discord under... I think it's under rules. It is under rules, I believe. So if you go in the official Discord under rules, I think it was under here. Maybe not. Maybe it's under FAQ. It is under FAQ. All right. So if you go under FAQ, should show you some of the, all right, some of the build areas. Kind of showed here. It might. I'm just trying to go through quickly. There it is right here. All right, so small docks are going to be 14 by 6 by... So this will not fit in the small dock because it's 14. That won't fit in there. Medium dock, longest for now is 56, 21. So that will definitely fit in the bigger ones. That's on the FAQ for the official there. That's the shrimp boat called the Genii. That's probably, it's bigger than I'd like. I'd like something a little bit different than what I have already, so let's keep looking. I'm curious what this wet fish is all about. I hear wet fish, very interesting. So aiming towards the small size. So this is 20 meters. I could probably shrink this to get it in that small base. It'd be nice to have it in the small base. But this is shooting nets out the back, which is kind of what I'm looking for another fishing boat. So probably something like this, and I just shrink it a little bit to fit in that small base, because that's kind of, I want to be able to fit the small base as well. That's kind of, I like that. Let's look at the gallery. Look at the gallery. I could make a long liner that just runs nets too if they've got one. I know they've got one, but See the length on this, John. 22. That one's a little bit longer. Look at the pot boats. I'm really hoping that the next is either long lines or pots. This one is 22. So it looks like same chassis. But a bunch of cool boats that could be built from for the different types of fishing. I might retrofit that little boat so I can kind of go do some short ones. Oh, very nice there, Alistair. Yeah, the old wet fish. Gotta like a wet fish. All right, let's see where we're at here. All right, so let's check ourselves here. So we're currently 11 or 2.7 nautical miles on a bearing of 124. Do I have my compass rose? Let me check. I think I have the compass rose in art. Let me look. Yeah, I think it's rewarding to actually navigate how you would IRL. I think that's a lot of fun, for me at least. I have a compass rose. Oh, there's compass rose right there. I thought I saved one. I guess I didn't. Looking to see if I have that compass rose that I can use to do some actual navigation here. I did not save the compass rose as a PNG, so I'll fix that up. Alright, so we'll do that real quick. The interior is gonna be tough. No, it's actually not that bad. All right, good. All right, let me grab the map. So we're looking to go here. That's our set waypoint. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and I will grab this. We'll go to paint. All right, add a layer. We'll grab the Compulse Rouse. I thought I added a layer. Did I not add the freaking layer? I did not. Okay, there's the compass rose. So it needs to be cleaned up some. So 1, 2, 4. All right, so we're heading 1, 2, 4. Oh, don't do that, you scum. All right, 1, 2, 4. So there is the that's where we're at there. 1, 2, 4. So 1, 2, 4. Let's get the north up there. 1, 2, 4. All right, so that's north is aligned. We need to go 1, 2, 4 on there. So right about there. 1, 2, 4. So we are somewhere on this line right here. Let's grab a line. So somewhere on 1, 2, 4. Oh, that's got to be... What the fuck, man? One, two, right about there. 1, 2, 4. So that's going to go out on this line, out to infinity. 1, 2, 4. So somewhere we intersect here, right? Don't have a good measurement on this, but we're somewhere on this line, and we're about 2.7 nautical miles away is where we currently are. So if we go ahead and we add, so like line drew somewhere like this. All right, so if we go ahead and we do custom menu, map vehicles, bango, right there. So that's 2.7 out right there. That's how you do it IRL to figure it out without silly GPS, which everyone's relying upon these days. How's it going there, Sergeant? Good to see you. Good to see you. Alrighty. Let's go down. We'll check on fish real quick. This net's closed up. Likely something to do with my nets. This one's got good goob fish. Let's go ahead and we might as well stop and we'll pull nets for a second. So I talk about it in the video. If you have this problem, let me see which net's funked real quick. It is actually this port net's been giving me problems. I think I gotta check the fins again. I think the fins are backwards. It's either that or something's up wrong with the net head here. I gotta fix. But it's pretty simple. You just pull the net in. Pull the what do you call it? The net portion in like that, and then that will reset them, and then they can be sent back out, or they can be pulled. Might as well just pull them right now. Pull both sets. All right. We'll draw the nets in. We'll go ahead and we'll empty them. I just turned the generator on. We're at 91%, so it's not that far off of where we need to be. How's it going, Anton? How are you? How are you? Good to see you. It's good to get back to the career game. Do a bunch of different stuff. Kind of. Again, I don't get when people have problems finding things to do in career. It's like, there's plenty of things to do. You just kind of have to set some goals for yourself of what you want to do, and then do what's necessary in game to get it accomplished. Plenty of variety. I like to play with that fish finder at some point. I'll do it kind of simple and basic. All right, there we go. Not a bad little haul. Yeah, the other benefit with fishing too is like when we did fishing multiplayer, like we didn't have any sort of I had no physics lag whatsoever. People had standard desync, which is just that's network lag. But for the most part, the game was running great. We didn't have any real issues. It's pretty well. People are kind of asking for optimization. It's pretty well optimized. All right, so the fish are going to come out this center square section in the middle there, as you can see. I'm going to raise it up just a little. So they despawn and then come out in the center of the net there. And that way you kind of know where to place your net. What is that? Oh, yellowfin. I have yet to get a yellowfin, so I gotta see what the price is on that. Excuse me, sir or madams. Excuse me, sir or madam. Let's go down with this just a hair. Come out. Let me see what my alignment is. I need to come in just a hair, too. There we go. Listen here, you. No escapes. No escape, sir. Madam. Alrighty. Nets a wets. The nets a wets. Old wet fish. Alright, we haven't even reached the hotspot yet. Hotspot's up ahead of us here. We're getting close. Alright, let's go ahead and look at what we got for a bounty. Alright, let's quick hit. 9, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19, 23, 33, 39, 43 fish. We got 43 fish on that run. 43 fish. Check these options real quick. Make sure these stupid sea monsters are off. Yeah. Alright, shut the generator off. The old slap sound, yep. Yeah, like we were having no problems multiplayer fishing. It was just like pretty damn good, you know. And again, that's what the devs said in the Q&A was their kind of what they thought people were going to do is like stick together and do something on like one boat instead of having like 400 vehicles. You know, like even with multiplayer mining, we were around 30 FPS the whole time last time. You know, not using the train was helpful, but we're at pretty much solid 30 the whole time, which is, you know, which is definitely good. But it's not as good as necessarily like, but you're never gonna get what you like. I'd love 300 frames, but not gonna get it. But definitely reasonable, and we had a good time, and it wasn't ruining our gameplay by any stretch of the imagination. So pretty reasonable. Alright, so let's go down, we'll take a look at the nets. Alright, so those could be spread a little bit more. So by moving them in and or out, I can cause them to converge or diverge. Yeah, I think these are a good size net for this boat. Eventually see if they will you can see them starting to move. Well, they're crossing now. Are they crossing now? No, they're moving out. Okay, I gotta see how they're moving out now. Takes them a little while to catch up, but it's starting to move away from one another now. But these nets are pretty big, so you know I could put some fins on the actual winch housings there to also kind of dictate where they go, but you know, that's also something that could happen if I wanted, for example, make the fins diverge them. But, you know, I could draw this net in and fix it. So I'll draw and port just a hair. There's a lot of cool things you can do to kind of set up the nets how you want them. You know, the further back they are, the more likely they're going to be on top of each other. The closer in they are, the less likely. I think I have the readouts wrong on that. I got to fix that. So, like, starting to pull that in now. Probably pull it in a little bit more. I'll pull them both into, like, I think the readouts is backwards. Let me see. This one's at 127. Yeah, they're backwards. Let's go up. Let's go to like, I don't know, 100 meters on them. That'll keep them off each other a little bit. There we go. See if they start to diverge. They might be hooked on each other. I think this one's hooked on it. We can drag them into if I need to, but I'm all right. Should be hitting the heavy zone here shortly if we're not already in it. So I need to find this, I might go check out this yellowfin here. Midshipman, I don't know. Let me check I started making a spreadsheet with the prices. Let me grab that, and I'll just teleport back, and we'll quickly check out some of these prices. Alright, so midshipman I need the yellowfin. I really want to check out yellowfin. Dolphin I don't. Let's see. Pike, midshipman, dolphin fish. I know dolphin fish off the top of my head. I dropped the midshipman. I did. It sucks. There we go. I got the midfishman back. There's a dolphin. Pike. Pollock. I think I know pollock. Pretty sure I know pollock. I can see it. I should probably just make these alphabetical. 50, yep. Snapper, I think I know snapper. Let me look. Snapper, 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 snapper. Definitely should make this. I don't know snapper. Alright, so I need a snapper. Yellowfin. Beautiful, that's what I need. Alright, good. Let's see if there's any I don't know. John Dory, I know. Balin Wrasse, I believe I know. Let me look. Balin Wrasse. One of the ones I know. There is Balin Wrasse, $100. Mackerel, I believe I know. Mackerel, I do. Perch. Do I have perch on there? I don't know if I have perch on there. Perch, yep, I do have perch. It's 100. Sea bream, I believe I know that one. Do I have a sea bream? Where is it? Sea bream, yep, 100. Sea bass, I believe I know that one. Sea bass, 75. Golden snapper, I think I got that one. 150 for a golden snapper. Snook is $5, 75. Spadefish, yep. So I've got all the ones I need. All right, I'm gonna let this one circle. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna do a quick save. I'm gonna teleport. Sell these and just get the prices on the ones that I need to know. Right, let's check our monies. So 0.50. 0.50. Let's check the yellowfin. Right, so that's $100 for a yellowfin. Yellowfin, where are you at there, yellowfin? $100. Okay. Snapper, do I have snapper? I do not. So 150, $100 for snapper. Pollock. I do have pollock. Pollock should be $50. Yep. Midshipman I don't have. So where are we at? 300. 250 for a midshipman. That's a good price on the midshipman. Pike. I believe I have a pike. $50. No, $150. $150 for a pike. Screw that one up last time. Dolphin fish. Dolphin fish should be, I believe, 100. Oh, let's see. Where is it? 75. Yep, that's correct. And then binoculars, whatever binoculars are worth. All right. Good. So filled out a couple more fish. Hey, haha, professional. I think we'll reorder this probably, I don't know, alphabetical maybe, or maybe I'll do an alphabetical one and I'll do a, alphabetical is going to probably be the easiest. Maybe I'll do 2 lists, one alphabetical, one price. Let's do Arctic Char. Uh-oh, 3 overboard pastures. This is the new overboard mission when people say, oh, they don't add any search and rescue content. That's one of the overboards right there. One of the new overboard missions. Bow rider boat. Search for and rescue 3 overboard passengers to a hospital. That's the new overboard mission. So this should be on 3. All right, let's see. Anything beat Balin Ras for alphabetical? B for Balin. Alright, nope. We got a couple blackfish. We got a black dragonfish, and we have a black bream. I think black bream is next. And we have black dragonfish. That brings us into anglerfish. What do we have for sea fish? Cod. Alright, D fish. We have dolphin. Another D fish. No other D. How about E fish? No E fish. F fish. Nope. G. Gulper eel. And golden snapper. H. We get halibut, haddock. Haddock would be first. Halibut, and then we have hake. Hake can be next. Halibut. Need more halibut. Halibut's worth good money. I don't think we have any eye fish. No J's. John Dory's, we do have a J. Okay, we have K-fish. L-fish. Labras. That's the L-fish for us. Mackerels next, and midshipmen. No N-fish. We have O-fish, no O-fish. P-fish, we have P-fish. We have perch. And pike. And pollock. Lots of P-fish. No Q-fish, but we got our fish. We got rockfish, red mullet. Rockfish and red mullet. S-fish. We have many an S-fish. Many S-fish. Sablefish. We have a salmon. Many sea fish. Sea bream. I'd say goes next. have, I think sea bass should go. Sea bass, then sea bream, sea piranha. A slime head. And a snook. Spadefish. And trout. Alright. Oh shit, I've missed some spots here. Snapper goes in there. And then yellowfin. Good, so these are alphabetized now. That'll make it much easier to find. Alright, very good, very good, very good. Let's go check on the fish. Oh, look at that, baby. Look at all those dolphin fish. You know, it was funny to me. On the first day, people were like, the nets are too small. It's like, dude, you haven't even learned the mechanics of the net yet. Nobody has. It's like, just take some time and figure it out, man. Come on. People are super impatient. Like, they can't take the time to just figure some of this stuff out. It's like, really did not take long to be like, you know, okay, this is how you have to do it. And then once you know, you're good, man. But it's like, people freak out and, like, they're just, like, impatient right off the bat. I don't get it. I did not mean to no clip there, but I did. All right. So again, I want like 180 an hour. I don't know how long we've been out here fishing, not that long. But what did we have last time? 43 fish. Yeah, we got the nets are chock full. That was just the fish we got on the way out to the fishing grounds. So I think pots are the type of fishing I like to see most next. I think long lines could be equally as engaging, but I think what would help with multiplayer play is like, it was fun doing multiplayer fishing, but it's like there's not many jobs for people to do. Like you can have one person running one net, one person running the other, but for the most part, the net's just set out there. With pot fishing, you can imagine having people on board who are constantly trying to, you know, pull a pot, bait a pot, move a pot, you know. You could have a crane on deck that moves the pots from storage to where they can then be loaded, you know, offloaded. You know, you can have 3 cranes going at once, essentially. People bringing them in, people unloading them, you know, even dumping fish by hand into the hoppers. You know, I see it as that's kind of some really engaging gameplay there. That's a lot of hooch. You know, pot fishing I think would be great for multiplayer. You know, each of those dolphins are 75 bucks, and that's what we're sitting on here. Dolphin patch. Get a pick. Should have my fishing gear on here. Something I advocate for that I think that's a good idea is to have a wardrobe you can, as a placeable item, you can put in your creations, so you could change outfits. I should have checked here. We put, what was that, 3 or 4 dolphin I put in there. So that would have been, let's say, 3 dolphin, I think, were in there. Do I have one on me? 3 dolphin, So we have 43. We have so I'll count that. So we had 3 dolphin to start with. Let's just keep that in mind. You just jump back in the net. I could make this bigger, but I kind of like the idea of like having to like pin the fish that have fallen on the deck as well. It makes it a little more interactive. They all always like to swim over to here, so I know where they are generally. All right, so that net there, let's put this dolphin in there. That, so we had 35 in this net. Well, 35 dolphin. Oop, that needs to be fixed. Ugh, that needs to be fixed. 35 dolphin in that net. Oh, shit. Let's go up a little bit on you. It's mostly dolphin. We've got some other stuff, but mostly dolphins what we're running with right now. Get somebody trying to escape there. Little guy's trying to escape. Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Need my fish money here. Okay. Even-ass fish. Almost as bad as my mining operation where everybody tries to walk away with ore in their pocket. Dolphins are fat, so they don't like to go stay in the nets. All right, let's see where we're at. We got 72 dolphin now. We had 3 before this haul. So just on dolphin there, we get about 69 giggity dolphin. So that's not bad. Fish totals. Let me total them up real fast. 72 plus 4 plus 9 plus 12 plus 6 plus 5 plus 1. 1 plus 3 plus 2 plus 11 plus 2 plus 3 plus 8. 138 fish. So we're right on the money where we need to be for profitability. So let's go ahead and we're gonna send these out and then we will fish our way back to shore. Yeah, I'm curious if we can make an aquarium. You might be able to. People were saying that once you put them in your hands, though, they once you put them in your hands, they die. So I don't know. So if, like, let's multiply that by the lowest cost lowest price fish. 7 grand to the lowest price fish. We certainly have a hell of a lot more than that. Let's go ahead. I'm going to add them all up. All right, we have 4 Ballon Wrasse. That's $400. I have 72 dolphin. Let me actually... Yeah, I'm going to make just a quick little thing here. I'll add it to my spreadsheet to do this real quick, so... Oh, stop. Trying to figure out how to do this, control this formula here. Oh, stop. I'm trying to control it, do a thing. I'm trying to figure out how to fix this formula so I can just have it do the addition for me. Alright, got it. Alright, so let's go, we'll run these numbers on what we think we're gonna make on this. Check up the chat in a second here. Let's get these in a little bit here. go. Nets are in a little bit. Let's go ahead. Oops, pardon me. I'll quickly do the math on these, figure out what we have. I need to go down there because I need the numbers. All right, let's do this. All right, Bal and Rast, there are 4. We're a total of 400. We have 72 dolphin fish. Makes sense. We're on the dolphin fish node there, so 5,400 in dolphin fish. John Dory's, we get 9 of them. 9 John Dory's is 2,250. That's a big money. 12 Labras. 3,000. 6 mackerel. 6 mackerel. So these look like these are alphabetical, which is helpful now that my list is alphabetical. Perch. Got 5 for 500. We have 1 pollock. 150. You have 3 red mullet. 150. Oh, no, I went. Shit, I screwed this up. Pike. So what do we have? Perch 5. Okay. Pollock is 1. Pollock is 1. That's 50 bucks. Red mullet, 3 red mullet, 225. 2 sea breams. 200 bucks. Sea bass, we have 11. Yep. They put sea bream ahead of that. 825. Snapper. We've got 2 snappers. 200 bucks. Golden snapper trace. We got. That's interesting. It puts it in snappers for gold, even though it's not doing the gold. You devil, you. 3. Snook. We've got 8 snook. All right. Let's see. Is that it? Looks like that's it. All right. Let's see if I can get a formula going here. Okay. So 14,400 is the total on how much we have on that. So not too bad. So 14.4, that's pretty good money. Definitely worth the trip. Let's look at our fuel. We started with 23 and some change. And we're still fishing right now. So we have 23. We're down, say, 6,000. So 6,000 litras times $2, which we get it for cheaper because we're making it. But we could buy it for 2. So we'll go worst case scenario. So that's 12,000 in fuel. So we made about 2,400. And that's not counting what we have in the nets currently. So, not too shabby. We're still pulling fish. We're not pulling that much fish on the way back here, but you know, the trolling itself in the area is reasonably cheap. You know, again, we waste time going in and out. You know, we want to have as little time going out there and in there as possible. You know, again, this is me just running out it's kind of a wasteful trip. You'd want to go out to the dolphin section and sit there and just keep hitting it and hitting like, because once we're on the hotspot, we can spend 5 minutes and get a lot of profit. Heading out there and back is very, very low profit. If you know, it's probably a loss heading out and back. So we want to kind of limit the number of trips in and out. You know, I don't really care about it this time, so as long as I make some money, I'm happy this trip. But again, the goal is you're going to want to head out there, you're going to want to stay out there. So for example, coming out here, we want to stay out there for, like say we stayed out there for an hour, we're probably going to be pulling hundreds of fish while we're on the hotspot, and then head back, and then your profit numbers are going to be better. But not too bad. All right, let me catch up on chat. Yeah, it'd be kind of fun of soapbox challenge. Alright, I'm gonna quickly go use the facilities. Just let this run. I'll be right back. Hi, I'm back. How's it going there? Owl, how are you? I gotta put the city back up on the screen. See, you stole my seat, so he is the captain now. Alright, so we are still trawling, so we'll leave it on 3. Yeah, like, this is not that bad of a trip. Like, there's where we leave from. It's right out here is where the hotspot is. And it's like, there, dude. It's really not bad. Yes, there are some far ones, but again, you don't have to go out there if you don't want to. So I think it's a reasonable range. You know, there's another hotspot I know on my map right there. You know, and that one's super close to these spots. So I think there's one over here as well. One thing you do is I made a custom save. It's the same seed, and you just buy all the hotspots, and you can save a picture of it, you know, if you want. Yeah, because I think realistically, IRL, you would buy the area you want. You wouldn't be like, oh, just give me a random one. It's like, oh, this one's way the hell over here, like a continent away. No, you'd say, like, I want to fish this area. I want to buy up all the spots in there. I think that's a little bit better. Alright, so let's see where we're at here. So that's going to be... It's only 7 minutes away from the waypoint. That's not that far there. Let's cut in a little bit. We're still in 562 feet of water. Leave the nets out for a little while. Once we start getting shallow, I'll pull them. Got a little bit in there. We don't have a ton, but a little bit of fish in there, which is still worth fishing the way in and out. You can see that right net has quite a few on them, so doing pretty well there. There's another one. Gonna be in my net. Bingo. Yeah. So we're going pretty shallow, pretty fast here. Still start pulling nets. Yeah, we're getting quite a few fish. This is what we got right now. We've got 100 and something. This is 14,400 fish currently in there. So not a bad setup. What's she doing, buddy? You just being the silliest goose? What, you don't like it that you're in my chair and then I want to sit with you as well? Cat stole my seat. It's like it's warm there and the AC's on. Yeah, I shut the AC off. Yeah, and that's pretty big. Yeah. Is it normal for stormworks to run at 9.6 system memory? Like, what do you mean, percentage? 9.6 what? Well, it depends on your system. The more memory you have, of course, it's a percentage. So probably should have brought the nets in at the same time. I think we'll be. Let's see. We let this out a second here. What's up there, bud? You gonna stand all over me? Let's do that. No. Want to make sure I don't hit those back torpedoes in the boat. Get them stuck or something. Let's do that. Should be plenty right there. This cat is being a massive weirdo. There we go. A couple edits need on this. This needs to be fixed here. We bring up that list. I'm trying to get in the habit of bringing it up and putting them on the to-do list. Let's see. So let's see. Fix missing blocks by front by bow masts. And then we need to fix electricity on cameras, net cameras. Alright, so we're all pulled in now. Let's get these in. Let's see if we can get a good sunset picture. I was thinking the fishing boat would be on the weekly update, but it did not. So that's not a bad haul, just like not hitting a hotspot, just going on the way back, you know? Did I not click this? I did that? Why you... Oh, this one gets stuck sometimes. I don't know why. There we go. That's weird, man, that it does that. I don't know why it does that sometimes, but I don't know. It do. Sometimes it do. It can be hard to retrieve this stuff when you're moving because especially these have fins on them, so it will actually lift them up. So sometimes it's best to just try to pull your nets when you're stationary. So we'll quickly stop us. We'll do that real fast. Let's get the deck lights on. If I remember where they are. Okay. See if I can just go slow. Go slow ahead, maybe. There we go. Nope, we'll stop. Okay. That's right up on the money. Okay. All right, good. All right, let me redo. Let's get moving, and I'll redo the numbers. Try to be efficient here. We had a NVIDIA driver update May 5th, I believe. So I checked your drivers, verify file integrity of the game. You know, those tend to be the things. Try a new save with no add-ons. See if that is kind of those things. Kind of start crossing things off the list. So do all that, Walter. You know, the other thing too that will cause a computer crash is, for example, my PC started crashing in Tarkov all the time. It was CPU temperature. My water cooler died. You know, it was, so I put in a water cooler and it was fine. So that's check the temperatures, because like you might not be getting 100% CPU utilization, but you might be hitting the threshold where there's a safety shutdown for temperature too. So keep an eye on that. All right, let's go check the fish numbers. Let me see where the waypoint is here. We gotta move the waypoint there. So, like, really, it does not take that long to get out to the fishing ground and do a bit of fishing. And, again, you know, the journey is part of the fun. Like, some people are like, oh, I want it to happen instantly. It's like, that's where the fun is. It's kind of like doing the stuff, you know? All right, let's see. 6 Ballon wrasse. All right, we're up to 6. We got 2 in that run. 73 dolphin fish. We picked up 1 on the way back. John Dory, we have, I gotta move golden snapper to be down, but with snapper, I guess, because the game thinks golden snapper should be under that. Screw it. I'm just gonna put them in here. Golden snapper, we're at 5. So we picked up 2 golden snapper. John Dory are 15 now. 15. We picked up quite a few John Dory, which are good. They're big money. Labras are 19. We picked up 7 Labras. Mackerel. Picked up 4 mackerel on that run. Perch. Picked up 4 perch. Pollock. Still picked up no pollock. Red mullet 10. So we picked up 7 red mullet. Sea bream 4. Picked up 2. Picked up 1 sea bass. Snapper 3 snapper, we picked up 1. Golden snapper already did. Looks like that's it. Snook, I don't see the snook. There is snook there, but I can't see it. The list goes too far, so I can't see the snook. But there's snook in there. So that's now 19,725. So we picked up quite a bit, man. 19,725 minus 14,400. So we made 5,325 bucks on the trip back. Not too bad. You know, we only did a couple passes during the hotspot, so like just heading back from here to there made 5 grand. So that's not bad. I think the prices are pretty reasonable. You know, I could run one of those nets at that size on a smaller boat and really rake in profit. You know, it's you know, so you can make some smaller boats that are quite efficient too. You know, you want to make a small boat that's super fast, that gets out there fast, and then you can drop nets and it trolls at a normal human speed. You can do that if you don't want to wait. You know, there's plenty of options. You know, again, the benefit of having a game where you can build and engineer your own stuff is you can build and engineer to your own standards. You want it to go faster because you don't like waiting or don't have a ton of time to play, you can do it. Nobody's stopping you. You know, you want to have an absolutely enormous net on a tiny little boat. You know, the game's not going to cause the huge drag issues, and the nets don't weigh anything themselves, so you can do that. You know, kind of make it how you want. All right, I'm just shutting off the GPS there. We'll just run off of where are we on there? 281. Put in heading hold there. All right, heading hold's on. Let's kill the spots here. Let's get a pick. Heading in. Yeah, my computer, Alistair, my computer fried. Thanks, Devs. Yeah, crashing can be a bunch of things. You gotta, first thing you gotta look at is your system. What's the system doing? You know, if it's a game thing, verify the integrity of the files. Again, usually it's, you know, a crash is usually it doesn't have the information it needs, and it says, "Oh, don't know what to do next. Shut down." You know, if it's like a game information crash, which usually verifying your files, it re-downloads the files, or it finds which file's missing. It does an integrity check. That's why it verifies file integrity. It's checking the integrity of the files and says, "Oh, you're missing this file." Downloads, puts it in, you're good to go. I do not know if I do not have a remote control nozzle for the fish cellar. Not a big deal. So one thing we might actually build that would be kind of fun is, I was thinking it'd be kind of cool to do a fish transpo, where you like dropped, you know, with a. I was gonna try to do the mini truck. Mini truck's too small, but I was gonna drop a hopper down on a cable, and you'd fill the hopper by hand, and then it would go up, and you would load it into the truck. I thought that would be kind of a cool concept, and drive them somewhere. You know, these are things that devs can add later, too, that I think are good little minor updates. For example, like they could do the grocery store update where, for example, you have you have Zizo's gas station right here. You have Liam's over here. Right there. And so, like, you could do something where, for example, like, the gas station will pay more for fish or something, you know, and so if you load up some fish and take them, drive them over there, you can get more money, you know, so something like that would be kind of cool. I would like to see a fish processing plant. Like, they could really make some of the stuff cool, like, for example, I'm trying to find where an area is here. Like, you know, you have a bunch of these places that have, like, Serpentine's train yard. There's a train yard there. They could easily add a building, and you load your fish up onto a train, You know, so you would offload from your boat, load it onto a truck, drive it over here, load them onto a train, you know, or you can do it by truck. Take them down here and put them into the fish processing plant where they get processed into cans of fish, you know, and then we already have boxes. Just spawn them as boxes or pallets, load them on a truck, take them to a grocery store, and each stage you do, the more money you're getting, you know, so kind of that hierarchy tends to work pretty well. Let's go about, oh, I don't know, 70 left. You know, and you want to make it so that you can still do this old style way of selling them if you want, so that it doesn't increase the tedium too much. If you want to do it, great. If you don't, you don't have to. You know, I think that's always a good way to do it. You know, the complainers are going to complain, but it kind of cuts some of that down by, hey, it's an option. You don't want to do it? Don't do it. Yeah. See where I'm going here, right there. All right, we're good. All right, let's take off the AP. Steer in here manually. We do have a bow thruster. I like the wood decking under the deck lights. Shut that harbor gen off. Be careful I don't smash that with the masts here. Masts do stick over quite a bit. I'm gonna have to back in a little bit. There we go. More reverse than that. My reverse not working? There we go. Taking some time to get going there is all. Trying to see reach-wise. Let's go a little bit more bow thruster. Let's go hard right on the rudder. Bring back some thrust. Too much bow thruster. Why are you not going backwards there? What the fuck is up with my reverse? I shut down the engine by accident. Stalled the engine. I gotta change the 0 there so it doesn't stall out as much. Fuck. Come on, give me some thrust. Reverse, you dickhead. There we go. Can't see shit. All right. I gotta put a remote on this one too. Probably about as close as me to get. Spadefish 19. Snook is 15. Snapper, we finished the snapper. Okay. So that was what I was missing anyway. Sure, input resources off. Yep. Yeah, so we definitely looks like we made a profit. So that's good. You know, if we want to really make good money, I would have stayed out there longer while on the hotspot and spent some time out there just absolutely stacking full. You know, we have like 1,100 something capacity on this. More than that, I think. Maybe 1,500. I can't remember what the capacity on this on the boat is, but it's like, you know, that was like a 200 fish trip there, something like that. So it was. I'll add it up in a second here. Yeah, so we don't have to worry about filling the, you know, having the capacity being too small or anything. Yeah, so what I might do is put a vacuum hopper on the that the crane can lift, and it will be able to vacuum and funnel it, and then might do that for unloading. This doesn't take too long doing it by hand, but it's Would be nice to do something like that, and I think it'd be kind of cool getting a crane involved to actually unload. We don't want to lose spadefish. Spadefish, I think, are worth money. The height of these docks, absolutely ridiculous. Remember back the other fishing update, we were able to go to other docks, but this one was a bitch to couldn't get the ship unloaded with this one. Or it was difficult. Yay. Good. Go, let's grab the flashlight and the binoculars. Let's head up there, we'll shut this off and stow it. Oh yeah. Good, 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 good. There, we're in the money there. Get some good money off that. Now, let me catch up with chat here as we reverse out of here. I got pizza rubbing it in. Cutting out after 5 minutes and won't restart. They got fuel. Are you ventilating your tanks? Why is my... What's up with my reverse? Yeah, Chris, I don't know what's the issue. Like, make sure you're ventilating your tanks. So, are you venting your tanks? Are you letting gas exchange so you're not pulling a vacuum in your tanks? Hello, Tomcat, how are you? Is anybody else? I don't think so. How's it going there, Tana? How are you? Tiny little boy kicking me. Why is this cat so silly? Why is this cat so silly? Hey, I gotta drive here. Just trying to bite my handle. I'm trying to drive here. Bite me not, sir. Bite me not, sir. What is up? Why is my engine stalling? That's weird, man. I don't think the spotlights are helping. I guess I can't see shit. These are not hooked up to touchscreen yet, so I can't change these over to night vision mode. Up. Why is that? Okay, I gotta move that rudder indicator too. That's recessed. That's going on the to-do list. Good, let's put this away. This should give us back to our kind of a normal amount of diesel we should have in this base. Alright, nice. Let me put that in there. Fix compass. Or fix rudder indicator. Fixed rudder indicator. Alrighty, let's see. Have any missions? We've got one here. What is that? Bell rider requires servicing. Nah, I'm not going out there. Let's see where we're at here. Let's see. I think what we'll do is we'll finish up here. So that was good. Got quite a bit done. Good to get back to our build series there. Worked on some... yeah, the plan's probably mining Saturday. Unless something changes. I'll put a sign-up sheet up at some point there, Citrus. Yeah, yeah, so good to get back to career build series. Didn't take that long to get the world set up. We're already mining oil. Or drilling for oil there. Got some good fishing in. A mission. Used Alistair's card, the Rio. So that was good. It was nice to see that back in the game as well. So thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, make sure you like the video. If you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And I'll see you guys in the next one.